forward, cause nothing's gonna be the same. Eyes blurry from the smoke, I can't see the lane.
Jets fans, welcome back to another session of Jets Talk here on Knicks Bros TV. Doing a little recap. I know I told you guys I was not sure if I was going to do a recap or not. But Jets went ahead and lost another game. Now, here the good thing is at least we didn't get blown out. There was a lot of times where we could have put ourselves into the game, but obviously Michael Vick went out with that head injury. I'm glad he's all right. Matt Sims kind of came out and answered my questions whether if he's the future. That's a no. But again, he just got promoted last week to second-string quarterback. I'm pretty sure he didn't get any first-team reps, so we're not going to really hold much against him. But there's just quite a lot of signs that Matt Sims just makes me worried in the pocket. It reminds me of Chad Pennington. I was never a Chad Pennington fan. So here we go. A couple of stats. I mean, overall, you couldn't have asked for a better game for Michael Vick for, having a first-team rep for about a week and a half. He had 21 completions, 28 attempts, 196 yards, one touchdown. That garbage Chris Johnson guy had 11 carries for 69 yards, much better. But again, it just came down to, Alex Smith and Jamal Charles and a little bit of luck with that touchdown they had, where it just kind of landed on the guy's back. Overall, I mean, offense did much better. Percy Harvin had a much bigger game, 11 receptions, 129 yards, which that right there, makes me happy as a fan knowing that, all right, well, we're investing in the future. That was a good trade. That was a solid trade. Eric Decker had that one touchdown. He had 9 receptions. So that's that. And as far as our defense is concerned, good grief. I mean, I've sat and thought about this. I don't know, guys. I don't know if you guys noticed. There's been about 6 or 7 that's been blown coverages from Pryor. He hasn't helped. One of his corners, he blew a coverage sometime, and he got benched against the Kansas City Chiefs. So, we can start considering that a bust, a bad draft, because he's a hard-hitting safety. That's what he's known for. Nowhere does his resume say he's a good coverage guy. And that's starting to prove itself right there and there. So I'm really, really starting to worry about, that safety because, Landry, he's too old. Then we have, Pryor that's not showcasing itself whatsoever. And then we have a corner that's injured all the time. He's gone for the rest of the season. And, and then we have, Wilson, so or defensive backs. I mean, we literally need a tons of things to work on in our defensive backs, whether if it's free agency or the draft. And when I tell you guys about the draft, I mean, what are we going to do? Are we going to try to get a quarterback? Are we getting defensive backs? There's so many questions that need to be answered. And, it's only going to come with time. I mean, the quarterback position, I truly hope we don't get James Winston or whatsoever, because I just don't want a mobile quarterback. It has nothing to do with Florida State. I don't care about any of that. I just want a pocket quarterback. And to be quite frank with you, I'm not sold on him. There's rumors about Marcus Mariota from Oregon. Connor Cook from Michigan State could be a possible draft pick. Those are the top 3 going to the draft for as far as quarterback positions are concerned. You guys tell me what you think. What route should we go? And what's amazing is, I really want the New York Jets fans to understand one thing. That Michael Vick has just a 1-year contract. Michael Vick has been in the league for 14 years. So are we going to sit here and say that's our future quarterback? No way. And I promise you, if Geno Smith comes and plays one more time, I mean, he should not have a ticket back on the football field, no matter where he plays. after those 3 back-to-back interceptions. Now, the irony of this whole entire thing, I noticed that Nick Foles for the Philadelphia Eagles got hurt. Or previous quarterback Mark Sanchez comes into the game. Not going to say he had a amazing game. I'm not saying that. And yes, I am a USC fan, and I'm not saying this because he was a USC alumni. I'm really not. But what I am saying to you guys, and I hate to keep repeating myself and sound like a broken record, but we had something with Mark Sanchez. All right, he took us to 2 AFC championships. I'm tired of saying it. Then he had 1 or 2 bad seasons. But honestly, I mean, there was a lot of locker room drama that was created by Holmes. We were trying to find ourselves a running back. Or defense. I mean, we've always had a decent defense. And what do? We go bring a clown like Tebow to make him watch over his shoulder every other minute. Mark Sanchez enjoyed playing for the Jets. Mark Sanchez enjoyed playing for Rex Ryan. Sanchez comes in against the Eagles. For the Eagles against the Texans, which they have a pretty decent defense. Comes in, has a quarterback rating of 89.6. He throws for 202 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. At least he gets touchdowns. We didn't have that big of a red zone issue with Mark Sanchez we do this year. Maybe his last year, yes. But to be quite honest with you, his last year, or even the year with Tebow, that was just a mess. So I even told my brother the day he got let go, and I said, watch Mark Sanchez be a starting quarterback somewhere, and he's going to do just fine. I'm not saying he's going to have a Hall of Fame career. I'm saying he's going to have a, Carson Palmer type of career, or Matt Schaub in his prime. I'm not listing him as a top lead quarterback, but I'm saying he's going to get it done. So that's just my take on it. Now, Mark Sanchez next week can do bad. I'm just saying based on this game. Anybody right now has been better than Geno Smith. I do give Michael Vick props because he really came out and did really well. But it is what it is. And some other news, as far as that, FireJohnItzik.com, the fans are trying to raise enough money to buy a billboard in front of MetLife Stadium to post a large picture of Fire John Itzik. That'd be kind of cool. That's really that. I mean, so as far as our next games go, I mean, we're 1-8 right now. I mean, it's just a matter of being able to, look at the talent that we do have on the field and go from there. There's a couple of things that need to happen is, let Chris Johnson go. Like I said, we've committed to those wide receivers, so I don't see the wide receiver position changing. Definitely feed the ball more to Ivory. I like Ivory over Chris Johnson any day. If we can maintain our front four as far as our defensive line is concerned, let's do it. I mean, Richard Sherman, Muhammad Wilkerson, all those guys. I mean, that's a really solid, crew. Our offensive line hasn't been as bad as previous years, but there's a couple of tweaks that needs to be done there. But again, it's another loss. We're 1-8. It is frustrating, but at the same time, we kind of know what's happening with our organization, what's happening to our team. So, guys, leave me your comments. Tell me what you think we should do for the draft. Tell me what you guys see as far as the quarterback position is concerned for the New York Jets. And Or am I just making a really big deal out of Pryor? Because all his blown coverages, you know, they review it all the time, and it's literally his fault. So again, thank you guys for watching. Please comment and subscribe. Probably tomorrow you will be able to see my brother's post game on the New York Giants and the Colts. So have a good night.
We never talked. There was a time when there weren't enough words to say.